Hi, North Olmsted City School staff. My name is Leah Blaze, and I'm the coordinator of instructional technology. If you haven't met me or my Bitmoji yet, be sure to stop and say hello next time you see me out in your building. Now, my goal in part one of our three-part training on email and calendar is to answer some of your questions as we migrate from Outlook to Google, ease some of your fears, and ultimately get you set up and supported and running with Google. Let's start by answering some questions you have. Why are we upgrading or migrating our email? Well, the district's made this decision in order to simplify communication by giving staff just one email and calendar to check, addressing our very outdated email system, and working to streamline what we do by utilizing Google Apps. With those changes, you may be wondering what's going to happen to all that stuff in my NOCS Eagles email account. Well, no fear. When we make the official switch to your Olmsted email in May, your NOCS Eagles entire inbox, including your mail, which is read and unread, folders, contacts that are fully saved, not those auto-remembered ones, and calendar appointments, those are all going to automatically be moved from your NOCS Eagles to your Olmsted account. There's nothing you're going to need to do. The district is also going to set up forwarding so that any emails that come to your NOCS Eagles account will automatically go to your Olmsted account. Now, you may be asking yourself, what about training? Do you have all of this information in printed directions? I prefer to see them in print. Yes, I do have getting started directions in print. However, the bulk of the training is going to be in video format that's all available on YouTube so that you can follow along step by step and see all of the steps as a whole. I suggest using the pause and play buttons as you watch these videos so that you can practice new skills in between each little break. And lastly, you may be going, I don't even know my email or remember my password for my Google account. Don't worry. If you're unsure of your account information, you can put in a help desk ticket, but if you're not entirely sure how to go about that, you can always email me, Leah Blaze, or our network manager, Anthony Gianetti, for support. In the remainder of this video, we are going to be taking a look at comparing the Outlook web app, which we did use, to Gmail to understand those similarities and differences, logging into our Gmail account, sending and reading email there, deleting the email, and understanding things like reply versus reply all, and those carbon copy and blind carbon copy options. To learn more about the differences between the Outlook web app and Gmail, take a moment and pause the video, taking a look at the different features available within the Outlook web app. Now, go ahead and pause the video again, taking a look at where those same features are found within Gmail. To get started with logging into our email, you're going to want to open a browser on your computer. This can be something like Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, or even Apple's Safari. Once you have that browser open, we are going to head to google.com. Once you're there, you're going to click the blue sign in button in the upper right hand corner and enter your email address, being sure to use the @olmsted.org on the end of your email. Then you'll click next. You'll then enter your password and click next again. If you happen to be on a device where you are using Chrome, you may be prompted to set up a new Chrome profile. This is okay. We're going to go through the same exact steps that we used on a regular browser. When you sign into Chrome, you may be welcomed to your new profile. You'll want to select Next, and it will ask you if you want to turn on your sync. You'll want to turn on sync if you are on a personal device. Chrome has a lot of different aspects that will make it easier to navigate Google tools as it is created directly by Google itself. Once we're on that Google page and we're signed in to get to our email, we're simply going to click on the Gmail icon. You can also click on the app launcher in the upper right-hand corner and select Gmail from that Google homepage. Once our Gmail has loaded, we are officially ready to check our mail. Let's start with reading and responding to emails that we receive. In order to read an email, you're simply going to find it in the list, click on it, and scroll through and read that message. If it's something that you need to respond to, in the upper right-hand corner, you will find the reply button. You will also find the reply button all the way at the very bottom of the email. Now, if this email came to a group of individuals, you will see a reply all button as well. Please be very cautious before using reply all, as oftentimes it's not appropriate to send your message back to everyone in the group that received that initial email. We're going to select reply, type our response here, and then select the send button. There are two different ways to delete messages once you've received them in your inbox. If you do not need to open that email at all, you're simply going to click the checkbox for whichever emails it is that you need to delete and choose the delete icon at the top. Now, if you've opened an email already and you want to then delete it at this time, you can click the trash can at the top. Now that we've taken a look at reading our email, let's write an email to someone else. In the upper left-hand corner, I'm going to find a compose button or a little red pencil. I'm going to select compose and a box will pop up in my bottom right-hand corner. Here, I can decide who I'm going to send this email to. I also have the option to add carbon copy and blind carbon copy. Carbon copy is when I want to give someone else a copy of the email that I am sending. This may be appropriate if you need to copy your supervisor on an email you're sending to someone else. BCC stands for blind carbon copy. This is a great option when you need to send an email to a list of users, but you don't want those users to see who all you've sent that email to. Always be sure to include a subject in your email and then your message below. At the bottom, you have various options for adding to that message, and when you're ready, you'll simply click on the send button. As you get started with your Google account, I'll leave you with a few things to think about as our switchover in May draws closer. Number one, now is a great time to clean up some of the mess in both of your email accounts before these are consolidated into one. If you're in that boat, don't worry, I'm exactly in the same place as you are. Number two, if you have accounts or subscriptions using your NOCS Eagles Outlook account, you may want to begin to change over emails to your Olmsted or unsubscribe completely before we make the switch. While keep in mind, you're still going to receive these notifications because we are going to be forwarding our emails. Making the switch can be a good opportunity to start fresh and kind of rid yourself of some of that junk mail you may be getting. And number three, be sure to check out the rest of the training and frequently asked questions to learn more, and be sure to watch parts 2 and part 3 of the email and calendar training so that you are ready to soar come May.